It seemed that the 2025 season was following a predictable scenario. McLaren was confidently in control, Piastri and Norris were sharing the victories, the Constructors' Cup was practically in their hands, and the only question was which of them would become the champion. But in September, the alarm bells rang louder than usual, and serious talk began in the paddock. What if Verstappen intervenes in this battle after all? The reason was simple. Red Bull had suddenly come to life. First Monza, then Baku, and now Max has won 2 races in a row, and convincingly at that. He didn't just seize the moment, he's driving as if the team had found a solution to all its problems at once. This is an alarming sign for McLaren. For a long time, the RB21 looked like a temperamental car, lacking downforce, unstable on curbs, and unpredictable in slow corners. But since the Italian Grand Prix, it's as if a new chapter has begun for the team. They've been able to lower the car closer to the track, which has resulted in a huge leap forward in the performance of the underbody. The ground effect is finally working as intended. That's why Andrea Stella said bluntly, "We are hearing Max complain more and more often on the radio about the underbody hitting the track. For us, this is a sign. Red Bull was able to lower the car, and now it is working in the range where the aerodynamics provide maximum downforce." Monza might have seemed like an exception, a track with low downforce where Max has always been strong. But then came the race in Baku, and history repeated itself. A similar configuration, long straights, aggressive braking, and once again Red Bull looked better. As a result, Verstappen has already secured his 8th pole position and 4th victory of the season. McLaren remains the championship leader, but if Red Bull has indeed found the key to its car, then we can expect a battle between not 2, but 3 drivers. The RB21 has become more predictable when entering corners and braking, which immediately revealed Max's strengths. He knows how to make the most of the front axle grip. As soon as the car gave him confidence, he began to dominate the slow and medium-speed sections again. This was particularly noticeable in Baku, where other cars began to slide. The Red Bull literally dug into the asphalt. An important detail is how it handles the wind. According to the engineers, the RB21 now responds better to changing conditions, and gusts no longer throw it off balance. In contrast, McLaren remains sensitive, especially on low downforce tracks, where Norris and Piastri complained of instability under braking. The problems are compounded by mistakes. In Azerbaijan, Piastri crashed his car on the first lap, and Norris consistently loses time due to slow pit stops. In the fight for the championship, such trifles turn into a shortage of points. Red Bull is performing as cleanly as possible, and where McLaren loses, Verstappen takes the maximum. After Baku, the championship came alive. Max is 69 points behind Piastri and slightly less behind Norris. At first glance, that seems like a lot, but at Red Bull's current pace, it's enough to make up 10 points per weekend. A couple of mistakes by McLaren, and the gap will be halved. If Red Bull continues to progress, Max could well be in contention for the title by the end of the season. For McLaren, this raises the question: should they continue to maintain parity between their drivers or bet on one to keep Verstappen at bay? If Red Bull continues to get stronger, McLaren risks losing the title simply because their points are divided between 2 drivers, while Red Bull is betting on one. The Azerbaijan Grand Prix showed that even the season leader is vulnerable. Now the championship finale could turn from a duel between Piastri and Norris into a 3-way thriller. Formula One reminds us once again that you can't relax here, even when the title seems within reach. Max Verstappen is back in the game, and the season is wide open again.